Yo, it's time now for the Peter Channel sign-off news for this Wednesday, April 8th, 2015, and just before the Peter Channel signs off for the night, a summary of late night news at 9. Say Peter Wiggins, and here now your top news stories at 11 o'clock. Here, before 21-year-old Johar Zarnev even stepped into the courtroom, the evidence against him in the bombing of the Boston Marathon was staggering, particularly a video of planting one of the explosive devices near the finish line as Zarnev is found guilty on all counts in the Boston Marathon bombing trial. Ferdinand Santana Barbara, who immigrated to the U.S. from the Dominican Republic, is the center of the story that has transfixed the nation. In Milford, New Hampshire, less than 24 hours after Rand Paul announced his White House bid before, hundreds of jubilant flag-waving supporters, his fledgling presidential campaign seemed to be defined more by its defiant performance when the tune stopped. U.S. soldier killed and 7 injured in deadly ambush in Afghanistan. Yemen has been in the grip of an increasingly complex civil war since 2011 as CFO completing factions fight for control of the Middle East's poorest country. ISIS on Wednesday released more than 200 Yazidis, a minority group whose members were killed, captured, and displaced when the Islamic terror group or the Islamic terrorist organization overtook the towns in northern Iraq last summer, officials said. In Mexico City, the vast majority of Cubans welcome warmer relations with the United States, holding out expectations of closer ties, pledged by the two countries that will shake up the island's troubled economy, according to a new survey of Cuban citizens. Streets have received a new code of blacktop and sidewalk vendors were forced to relocate in a major makeover to welcome President Obama, who flew to Jamaica late Wednesday for a historic visit. The road that Hillary Rodham Clinton hopes to take to the Oval Office weekend in the Midtown Manhattan supply closet while fully operational, her campaign for president will occupy 2 floors of office space in the Brooklyn high-rise. Face the Nation moderator and CBS News chief Washington correspondent Bob Schieffer said he will retire this summer after 46 years with the network. In Los Angeles, rap mogul Marion Suchnet on Wednesday fired his attorney in a robbery case at a hearing in Los Angeles, also complained to the judge about being taken to court in a wheelchair. Frances Bean Cobain, daughter of the late musician Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love, revealed a lot about herself in a recent Rolling Stone interview, including that she is not a Nirvana fan. Our solar system may not be special as we thought. A new study of young stars for the planetary disk finds the same kind of complex organic molecules that are found in the comets in our own solar system. It's a lunar mystery that has lingered for decades that the moon is made of material from another planetary body that crashed into Earth. Why is the chemical fingerprint so similar to that of our planet? NASA officials are optimistic about the chances of finding extraterrestrial life and have good reason to be. At a conference on Tuesday, April 7th, NASA Chief Scientist Ellen Stephan expressed optimism about the ongoing search for life, as we know it elsewhere. The White House tonight is calling for an end to the use of the LGBT youth conversion therapy, a technique used by some mental health providers to try to change an individual's sexual orientation and gender identity. 2 candidate Ebola vaccines developed as possible next-generation products. Fully protected monkeys immunized with a single dose against experimental infection that the strain responsible for West Africa's outbreak, researchers reported today. Paris researchers have said that on Wednesday, a lab-manufactured antibody significantly reduced HIV blood levels in a small but promising human trial and caused no harmful side effects. Okay, take a look at New England alerts here. In Chickpea, Massachusetts, armed carjacking a vehicle taken at gunpoint by a black male in a black hooded sweatshirt. Dodge Carter with motor tags colored white. Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts, motor vehicle accident on Mohawk Trail at Little Mohawk Road. Passenger New Jersey, working fire, 473 Main Street, finding the delta wall of a 3-story OMD. Possible extension to the upper floors, 2 lines stretching and operational, hands working. Peter Channel News Time, 11:05. 10 out for a travel report here at 495. Slow on both ends from 213 Methuen down for 95 in Newburyport. 95 is slow all the way out in New Hampshire. At 93, slow from Methuen all the way up in Laconia, New Hampshire. Interstate 89, slow from Vermont all the way up to Concord, New Hampshire. 101, slow from 93 in Manchester down from the New Hampshire Turnpike here. 29, the Bonfire, and 190. Slow from Worcester down for Leominster. 91 slow from Northampton down for Greenfield. 91 on the southbound side slow from Northampton down for Chicopee here. And Route 2 slow west of Fitchburg and to Athol here. And on the main turnpike slow south of Portland and around Biddeford. And main turnpike northbound side slow from Kittery down for York and it's slow down for Wells. That's because of the sleet and snow up north. And the Spalding Turnpike slow on both ends from Portsmouth all the way up to Rochester, New Hampshire here. And on the MBTA subway system is looking good. Commuter rails more on fine, and on the ferries, Hingham Ferry, Hull Ferry, and Charlestown Ferry is looking good. And inbound Providence Stoughton Line trains will bypass Ruggles Station due to an Amtrak single compartment for service to and from Ruggles. Please utilize the Orange Line from Back Bay. Peter Channel News Time, 11:07. 10 out for a weather report here for overnight. Rain likely before 1 a.m. Then rain and sleet likely. Cascade low about 34 degrees and north facing wind about 11 miles per gust as high as 23 miles per chance of precipitation is 30%. Low to no circulation expected for Thursday. Chance of drizzle and a chance of rain after 5 p.m. Petrobag after 4 p.m. Otherwise. Cloud skies high about 42 degrees and north facing wind about 10 to 13 miles per chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation nights of less than 7 inches possible. For Thursday night, rain likely rain between 2 and 3 a.m. at Petrobag before 8 p.m. Then Petrobag after 3 a.m. Wise. Cloud skies low about 32 degrees and east wind about 3 to 8 miles per chance of precipitation is 6%. New precipitation amounts of 3 and 10 quarter inch possible. For Friday, a chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible at 11 a.m. Petrobag before 11 a.m. Wise. Cloud skies high about 58 degrees and light southwest wind increase to 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New rain for months between a 10 and quarter inch extra amount of possible thunderstorms. Friday, a chance of showers mainly before midnight. Most of the clouds got low about 45 degrees and southwest wind about 7 to 9 miles becoming west after midnight and chance of precipitation is 50%. For Saturday, most of the south skies are about 57 low about 36 degrees. For Sunday, Saturday, most of the coast skies are about 61 low about 39 degrees. Monday, most of the most skies are about 65 low about 45 degrees. Tuesday, parts of the skies are chance of showers. Mostly cloudy parts of the skies are about 64 low about 47 degrees and chance of precipitation is 30%. And for Wednesday, a chance of showers. Parts of the skies are about 58 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 30%. Right now, our north temperature sitting at 36 degrees, light, rain, and fog mist. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Summer News on this. Wait, what's that? April 8th, 2015. Peter said good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Right now, our time now is 9 minutes after 11 o'clock, and the Peter Channel will be sounding off in the night. Peter would say, I hope you have a good night, and see you tomorrow morning. Good night.